Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Cassiejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Hey, it's Lacey. Happy New Year's, everybody. So this is an episode from The Vault. We got to talk to Kyle, the creator of Swift Alerts, and this was scheduled to post actually the weekend that everything happened in Brazil. So it was such a chaotic and horrific weekend that we had to hold on to it out of respect. But now we are releasing the episode with Kyle. There has been updates to the app, so we look forward to talking to Kyle again soon before Taylor Swift takes the stage again in February, and we will get updates from him then. But in the meantime, enjoy this episode with Kyle. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And today we are joined by a Swiftie that you definitely need to know. His name is Kyle Muma. Did I even say that right? I keep second guessing myself.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay, Kyle Muma is joining us. And why is Kyle important? Well, because he created the best Swiftie app on the market right now. He created Swift Alert, and he joins us now. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on? Happy to be here.
Hi, Kyle. So have you always been good with numbers and math, especially like time math, or is that a Swiftie thing that you picked up?
I would say that I can attribute my math success to the Eras Tour entirely. It's once I started saying 1, 2, 3, I really got into the math.
It just took off from there. I love it. I love it.
So Swift Alert is an incredible new app that so many Swifties have been talking about on social media. You download an app. It's in all the app stores, right? Is it just in the Apple App Store? It's in Google?
It is. iOS and Android, yep.
Perfect. So you can get it on any device that you have, and you can set up alerts for everything about Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour. So if you really want to see the 1989 set, you set that alert, boom, you're notified when she starts it. You can tune into a live stream through the app. If you just want to see the surprise songs, boom, set an alert, and you get notified whenever the surprise songs are going to start. So Kyle, how did you come up with this? How long has it taken to get here from like idea to release, which was just a week or so ago?
Yeah. So it was back in, I don't know, maybe, well, actually, first of all, I went to opening night of the tour. So I was there.
Bragger.
What secret songs did she perform? Which night were you there? Very first night?
Yes. Mirrorball and Tim McGraw were my two. We had a great time. And then because I went to the first show, I found myself watching live streams all the time after that, right? I was like, had all the show amnesia that they talk about, wanted to, make sure I actually got to experience it again. And so started tuning into these live streams and saw a lot of people watching. And as I'm looking in the chat on these live streams, I'm, every 30 seconds it's someone saying like, what time are the surprise songs? What time does Rep start? What time is 1989? And I'm, that got the wheels turning a little bit. And then sometime over the summer, there's another podcast, not to give publicity to the Every Single Album podcast with Nora Princiati and Nathan Hubbard. And Nora said on the podcast, she was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was an app that alerted you when the things in the show were happening that you want to see? And I kind of thought about it for a second. I was like, oh, I know she kind of said that tongue in cheek, but that would be really cool. And I have, a product background and walked my dog with my wife that morning and was talking to her, and I was like, what if we actually made this? It could be actually kind of a cool thing. And so found a developer and started working on it and got an MVP version up for the Mexico City shows to do some testing with, and then fully launched it last week before Buenos Aires.
Now, no pressure, Kyle, none whatsoever, but Taylor Swift sends Kelly Clarkson flowers for every re-release because Kelly Clarkson was the first one to say, hey, maybe you should do this. And Kelly has since said, Taylor is a brilliant businesswoman. She would have come up with it on her own. But for her to still send me flowers means something. Are you sending them flowers for their contribution to your idea?
Maybe I should. Nora has been, I sent her an email when I first started actually developing it. She's been super nice about it, has given me some feedback and some encouragement along the way. So yeah, ton of credit to her for kind of putting the idea in my head that I could go run with.
So
Awesome.
when you're coming up with this idea, did you have a goal of like, okay, during the first week of launch, I'd like to have X number of downloads? Did you have a goal, and did you meet or exceed that goal?
We didn't. I never thought about like, all right, here's the number that I'm shooting for. It was more just like, genuinely from the beginning, it's been like I know there are people who need this and would use it and would be excited about it. And if we can get it into their hands, great. And, for the Mexico City shows, it's truly me, we're pushing out alerts to like a couple dozen of my friends, and, all of my Swiftie friends are like, oh, this is so cool. I love it. And I'm like, okay, this could be a thing. Like, let's see if it catches on. And then it was Thursday, the first Buenos Aires show. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. It hit somewhere on social media, and my phone just started buzzing, and I'm looking at the user counts, and they're just going up and up and up. And I'm hearing from my developer, like, oh, I've never seen this many active users before. And next thing I know, it's like, we're hitting 20,000 new users in half an hour. And it's like, okay, this is actually going somewhere. So it's been cool to see how the community's kind of latched onto it.
Well, not to brag, Kyle. Maybe you need to send some additional flowers because we were talking about your app last week as well. I'm not trying to take credit for it at all. Send me flowers, Lacey G.
Maybe that's what. Yeah. All right, what you let me know what kind of flowers you like, and we'll get them in the mail.
Oh, I'm just kidding. But we did talk about it last week because I also saw it on TikTok, though. That's how I was alerted about it. But I definitely saw that it was taking traction last week, and we did discuss it. And I'm working tonight. I'm going to be busy tonight. So I know that I'm going to be set up for my alert so I can stop what I'm doing at work. I don't care if anybody needs anything, and tune in for the secret songs. We will be giving our guesses, and I need to know if I'm going to be correct.
That was the thing that I was most excited about as I thought about, like, okay, this thing's going to change time zones all the time, right? You might be in the middle of your workday. It might be the middle of the night. Who knows when the surprise songs are going to be? And rather than you having to go do all the math, like, pick up your phone, see the alert, what was played. If you can tune in. That was when it started to really make sense to me. I was thinking about scenarios exactly like that of like, all right, if I was at work when the surprise songs were happening, how would I want to experience that? And that's, that was a big part of the creation.
Yeah. Okay, so do you send an alert after the secret songs to say what the secret songs are as well?
Yeah, we just started doing that last time. So we just started when we alert for Midnight's era. We're saying, post secret songs. Here's what they were. It's now time for Midnight's. You can only fit so much text into an alert. So there's only so much you can do with a push notification, but we're trying to jam as much as we can in there. Now, if she plays, some of her longer song titles, we might struggle to fit it all in there, but we'll try.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Maybe you're feeling that seasonal depression, seasonal blues. We can get it sometimes. I usually get it after being around so much family and having such a good time, and then not being around my family anymore. That's kind of whenever it hits me hard. Whenever I'm like, man, we had such a great time together, and now I have to go back to work, and I'm stressed out, and the holidays are over. I mean, just think about that holiday period, Amy, where you're like, what day is it? And can I have more cheese?
I know. Well, this time of year is really busy, and it comes with a lot of anxiety about, can I get all this stuff done? So, yeah.
So if you're feeling down in the blues, or maybe you just need someone to talk things out with, that's why we like to suggest our friends at BetterHelp. Because this time of year can be a lot, and it's natural to feel some sadness or anxiety about it. But adding something new and positive to your life can counteract those feelings, like calling our friends at BetterHelp. Therapy can be a bright spot amid all the stress and change, something to look forward to make you feel grounded, and to give you the tools to manage everything going on.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
I love that my therapist just gets it, that I can say anything to her, judgment-free. She understands me, and she's always a soundboard for me to talk out my problems with her. And the fact that it's so convenient and online really can't beat that. Find your bright spot this season with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Taylor Swift fan to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Taylor Swift fan.
So for someone who does not have this app downloaded, walk us through what are all the features, what are all the things that a new user can look forward to with Swift Alert?
Yeah, so let's see. Starting on the homepage, we have a news feed. So some of the top Taylor Swift fan accounts, we've tried to kind of consolidate those into one place, right? We've actually heard from a lot of fans that they are not particularly interested in being on Twitter or Instagram anymore, but they still want to follow Taylor Swift news. And so it's cool for them to see those feeds consolidated somewhere where they can kind of get away from the noise of Twitter or Instagram or TikTok and just kind of see some specific accounts with news that they want to see. So that's on the homepage. Also on the homepage, we've got trivia quizzes. So lyrics quizzes, quizzes about her awards. We have a Travis Kelce quiz that's going to go up next week. I think we've got all sorts of different trivia to just kind of test your Taylor Swift knowledge and share it with your friends. We've got the alerts, obviously, so you can set your alerts for different eras. Once you get one of those alerts and you open it up, it's going to take you to a page with whatever live streams we've identified are the most popular that night. And then we've got a calendar. It's going to put all of the show dates in your local time, so you don't have to go do all the time zone math that we've all been doing here for a while. And then it's got a surprise song tracker, so you can go sort by album. You can filter by what's been played, what hasn't been played. We actually, I'll break news on this podcast. We have a new version going up today that's going to have links to all of the songs. Will have a link to Apple Music, to Spotify, and then to the live Eras Tour version.
Cool.
If it's a song that's been played during the tour. So lots of different stuff that you can explore in the app.
I'm not going to do this, but have you tested yourself with the trivia, and how well did you do?
Well, fortunately, I've written most of the trivia,
Okay.
so it's a little bit of an advantage.
Good.
So Kyle, as a guy, you and I think, are in the same boat here. We are both married to Swiftie ladies. Who's a bigger Swiftie, you or your wife?
Fortunately, I know my wife would not argue this. I am the bigger Swiftie of the two of us. She is a big Swiftie in her own right, and obviously deserves credit for that. Was a Swiftie long before she met me, but I think she would agree that I am the bigger Swiftie in the partnership. But we make a good Swiftie duo. So
did y'all do a couple's costume for the Eras Tour? What did y'all dress up as?
We didn't do a couple's costume. We were relatively understated. I wore a Taylor's version t-shirt.
Perfect.
She had a Karma bucket hat and a graphic tee, and there was one other element to her outfit that I can't remember. Some friendship bracelets. We didn't go too hard, but we had a lot of fun.
That's fine. You were there on opening night.
Yeah.
That's bragging rights already. And I think the Eras Tour outfits just kind of evolved to get bigger and more over the top as the Eras Tour continued.
We were talking about that the other night. Being there on opening night was a very different experience, because a lot of the traditions that have really developed over the last couple months weren't necessarily fully fleshed out at that point. And I remember sitting there, we had no idea what was coming, right?
Yeah.
We thought maybe, it's going to be a 25 song set list or something like that. And the whole time I remember we're looking at each other. It's like, she hasn't played 1989 yet. She hasn't played Midnights yet. We're 2 hours in. What's happening? So it was cool to be there on opening night for different reasons, but I do think we missed out on some of the cool traditions that have been born out of the tour.
Well, that was cool because you got to see Taylor coming out of what feels like retirement, because we didn't know what concerts were going to be or anything like that. But then again, we've seen the TikToks of night one and then last night, and how different and comfortable she was, because by then she was in her groove and in her routine. So as someone who was walking in blind, what surprised you that wasn't on the set list?
I was really hoping that Death by a Thousand Cuts would be on the set list. That
Shocker.
was one
that was
really
a shocker. Mm-hmm.
I found myself missing Getaway Car, wishing that was on the set list.
Yeah.
It's hard to complain when you're getting 40 some songs on every night and you're getting a couple surprise songs. I'm not gonna not going to sit here and be like, Taylor, why didn't you play more? But those are two that I definitely wish I had been able to hear.
Yeah, I'm not saying we were shortchanged by any means, but still shocked that it didn't make it on the set list.
For sure.
So back to Swift Alert, the app. What is the most popular alert? Do you have data on that? Like, is the surprise songs the most popular alert, or is it like, I don't know. I guess maybe right now, like, would 1989 be the most popular alert?
Yeah. So we do have data on that. The surprise songs are the most popular. The second most popular is generally the start of the concert. People want to know when the show is starting. And then I think, based on what I saw last weekend, I think you'll see that fluctuate kind of depending on where we are on the tour. So Reputation was very popular last week. I think people are starting to anticipate, what might happen during that section of the show. And so I think you might continue to see that depending on kind of what's in the news or what people are anticipating on a given day.
So Kyle, I know beforehand, and I'm not going to quote this correctly, but I know that Taylor has said that, like, she's got tricks up her sleeve or something. She would allude to something earlier in the show and then end up dropping speak now. Will you have alerts if she says something like that? Are you tuned in for all of the show? Or are you just letting the app take over?
Yeah, we are tuned in, and I we tweeted this out after the last show. Actually, there was, I don't know if you remember in Buenos Aires, she kind of was talking about the re-recordings, and then she kind of paused during the surprise songs.
Oh, I remember. I was waiting.
And the crowd was chanting Reputation, and my finger is hovering over the button of like, she's announcing Reputation right now. Like, I had an alert ready to go for it. And then obviously it didn't happen. So it's a fine line to walk, because we don't want to accidentally say something and then have that not happen. People would not be thrilled about that. So we will do our best to try to give advance warning if she's making it abundantly clear, but we will also try very hard not to sound any false alarms.
She got me last weekend too. I was as guilty as you, almost. I was ready on our group chat to say, oh my God, it's happening. Yep. And then it didn't. Yep. Not disappointed, but she definitely gave me the feels for it. And I picked her to do Better Than Revenge as her getting into her re-release. So especially for her to have that speech and then do Better Than Revenge, I was like, yes, I'm finally right. I was not just on the song choice, but I can understand that.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Base. It's the holiday season. There's a lot of traveling going on. Maybe you're stressing about how are you going to fit everything into your luggage. Oh, having to carry that all the way around. Maybe you just have old stuff and it's time to replace it. We want to suggest Base Travel. With Base, there's room for everything. 15 pairs of underwear for a weekend trip, no problem. Deciding between a few pair of shoes, bring them all with Base. Base has all kind of compartments where you can store everything, and it's not just functional, it is super cute too. I love my Base bag. It makes it so easy to travel, and I love that this bag has function and fashion.
Yeah, it is so cute. I got myself the Weekender bag because it's the perfect size. But I think I'm going to treat myself to get the matching set. So the one that has the wheels to roll on.
Yes.
And I also saw a video of Shay Mitchell. She's the founder of Base. She's the actress. She looked so cute because she was wearing the Base crossbody. And it was like perfect for just active wear, everyday wear. So cute. And they have it in the same color as my other bags. So why not?
So chic.
Look, exactly. So chic.
Whether you're packing for a quick trip or looking to breeze through the security line, Base can carry it all. Their luggage comes in multiple sizes and colors, and for shorter trips, the Weekender bag, like Anna just mentioned, is super functional and even has a place to store your shoes separately. Anna, I know that you mentioned that you like to keep your toiletries in the bottom compartment.
I do.
Just in case it was ever to burst or have any kind of leakage, then you wouldn't have to worry about that getting onto your clothes.
Yeah, and I actually earlier this summer when I traveled for my wedding, I used that compartment for
snacks. Because I didn't want to get my chips and my snacks for my wedding, all over my clothes. And so I
Right.
put them in the other compartment. It was perfect.
Genius.
I used my weekender bag as my wedding day bag because it is that perfect.
Right now, Base is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/Taylor Swift fan. Go to basetravel.com Taylor Swift fan for 15% off your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/Taylor Swift fan.
That's base, BEIS, travel.com/Taylor Swift fan.
Well, Kyle, for Swift Alert, I know this is a brand new app and you're still in its infancy and you're still trying to, you're still crawling a little bit as an app in a good way. Like you're taking your baby steps. I hope I said that in a nice way. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Like, what in a year from now, what do you hope the app will look like? What do you hope new features could be? Like, what are you trying, Taylor Swift always says she plans so far in advance. So, like, when you're looking 7 miles down the road, what do you see with the future of this app?
Yeah, I mean, the goal for us is to provide whatever the community is looking for, right? We have been blown away by how supportive the Swiftie community is, right? Like people talk all the time about like what a mean place the internet is. And it's like, well, not if you interact with Swifties online. They're all super nice and supportive. And we've been fortunate that a ton of people are sharing ideas with us of what they want to see in the app. And my hope is that a year from now, we're looking back and we're saying, all right, here's a dozen new features that we've added based on feedback that we've gotten from the community to give whatever it is that everyone is looking for, right? That's where this came from. It came from, we identified a need that the community had and we found a way to solve that need. And then people said, hey, I'd love to, have some quizzes, or I'd love to have a surprise song tracker. And we've started adding those things. And we've heard a lot about outfit tracking. We've heard a lot about some connection to the Swift ball competition that goes on online. We've heard, we're getting a lot of feature requests all the time. And so the goal is really just continue to iterate and provide the community whatever they're looking for to, enhance their experience of following this artist that we love.
Could you see yourself expanding to any other artist? Would any other artist even need this app, or is it the same rinse, wash, and repeat every single night?
Yeah, it's something I've looked at. I mean, we've thought about it. I'm not sure the other artists get the same engagement on a live stream that she does. I think this tour and this person is such a cultural phenomenon that's different than, yes, you've got, the Grateful Dead or what, like there are some big bands that have big followings that maybe you could do something like this for, but there are not a lot of things that rival the type of engagement and interest that she has in this moment right now. And so it's definitely something that we'll look at. And we have heard people say, hey, could you do this for Olivia Rodrigo's tour or things like that? So we'll look at it, but I don't know that you'll ever have anything that quite matches this.
I do wonder if other artists are going to take after Taylor Swift in a surprise direction, maybe not necessarily surprise songs, but she's done this on tour because, Reputation, she would bring out surprise guests. 1989, she would have someone come out. So she's always liked the element of surprise. She likes to give everybody a different show, even if they're seeing the same show night after night. And I really respect that.
Yeah. And she's smart, right? She knows that people are tuning in online. I mean, she had said the other day during Surprise Song, she's addressing directly to the people who are watching on live streams, right? Like she knows that by introducing those surprise elements into the show, you're going to bring a whole lot more people to watch what you're doing. And that's why she's risen to this kind of peak of her power that she's at today.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, do you guys have anything else for Kyle before we let him go?
No, just thank you. This is an amazing tool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do want to know, do you have any guesses for this weekend for your surprise songs, or do you just keep it a surprise until she does it?
I don't know why. I have tried to stay away from the guessing. I love the build up to it. Like as soon as Bad Blood ends, I can feel the anticipation building a little bit. And maybe now I'm partially staying away from the guesses because I need to be ready to like, plug in whatever she does play and kind of manage the software side of it. But I enjoy the genuine surprise of it. I've loved that throughout the tour from night one. I mean, and night one, we didn't even know that it was a surprise, right? She played Mirror Ball and she played Tim McGraw, and I was like, oh, this is part of the set. And then the next night it wasn't. And it's just been so exciting since then that I haven't gotten into the guessing, but I will try to get into the guessing starting here soon. I do think Reputation has to be announced here soon, right? Like that's what I'm anticipating. Mm-hmm. So, I will lean in a rep direction, if anything.
Also, that brings up a good point. Do you have any clown theories that you're into? So a lot of people, I want to say we all, because I assume everybody's clowns, but we're thinking rep is coming, an announcement is coming soon. Is there any Taylor Swift theory that you're into or that you're feeling that you think's too much, maybe?
I was buying into the glitch, number of days of our love blackout theory, but that didn't come to pass. I'm amazed by, the Swifties have a theory for every day. Like Reputation could be every day according to some theory. It was the same for 1989 for a while. It's beautiful to watch online, the way that our minds can convince ourselves that these things are happening. And I just hope it happens sooner than later.
We try to think like Taylor Swift, and gosh, it's hard. It is very, very hard.
Well, Kyle Muma, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for creating this app. Like Amy said, what a wonderful resource and tool for Swifties. So you're doing the Lord's work, Kyle. We appreciate it, and I know Taylor does too.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, Kyle.
Bye. Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Man, what a cool guy and what a great idea he had. Why don't we have great ideas?
Nick, we don't have great ideas,
I know.
but you do because you're the mastermind behind this podcast.
That's
you
true.
You are the brainchild of this podcast. You are the reason that we are here. So you have great ideas, and I'm just personally here along for the ride.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you for the good time.
Check out Swift Alert. It's in all the app stores right now. Let's go support a fellow Swiftie. So that's it for this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift Fan Podcast. Join us next time, but I'm thankful for you two. I'm thankful for Anna, and she's not even here.
I'm thankful for all my Swiftie friends. I'm thankful for this platform. I'm thankful for my coworkers who make it so much fun to come in and talk about Taylor Swift. I'm thankful for Taylor Swift, and I'm also thankful for this love story that we get to see. I'm thankful that Taylor Swift's boyfriend has a podcast because that's fun because then we get to hear it from his mouth. But I'm also thankful for giving hope for love stories and for single women out there that you don't have to settle. You can find you a man who's going to try and make you happy. I'm very thankful for that. Amy?
Amy was not going to say what she was thankful for. She was ready to get out of this podcast. She was closing her laptop.
No, I'm so thankful for all of you. Yes.
She didn't hear a word you said. Her face was at her laptop finishing an email. All right, well, that does it. Subscribe, like our channel, like everything on all that stuff. All right, let's get out of here. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Summer is right around the corner, and we love to have fun, but we're all really well aware that it can get expensive. And when you have financial goals, you need to decide what's worth it. A Chime checking account helps you reach your financial goals while still enjoying your summer. Are you traveling at all this summer? Maybe to hit up another Eras tour date? And look, sometimes you know that you don't mean to overdraft, but it just happens when things start to add up. And Chime allows you to overdraft up to $200 with no fees, which at times can be a total game changer. You can set up your direct deposit with your Chime account, and you'll be notified to enroll in SpotMe. Live it up this summer and make progress towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your bank account in minutes at chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. That's chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members. FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.